Hey there, thanks for joining me. My name is Dew with Dew Dots and Designs, and today we're going to talk about wax brushes and how to bring them back from the dead. So hang tight. Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about wax brushes and how to clean them properly. We've all seen these, our beautiful wax brushes, and after we use them a couple of times, they load up with the wax and they get hard and you can't use them again until they're clean. But there's a special way that you can clean these wax brushes so that you can continue to use these over and over and over in your furniture finishes. The first thing I do is I use a product called Mineral Spirits. I take that and I use a glass jar. I put just enough in the glass jar that will cover the wax on the bristles. You know that wax typically doesn't get all the way up into where the bristles start. Usually it's down here. Depends on how aggressive you are with your waxing. I typically don't do a whole lot of waxing, more for accents and stuff, but I do use different colored waxes too. So that too, when you're waxing your furniture, be sure that you use the same brush that you use the same colored wax on each time. So you should have a designated wax brush for black, one for brown, one for white. You can mix them if you want. That's just the way I do it. So take your jar with your mineral spirits, okay? You're gonna take your wax brush and you're gonna dip it in until the bristles are covered. You can actually let this set for about 3 minutes is about all it takes. If you want to speed it up, you can kind of swish it around in the jar, and you can even mash it to the bottom to kind of break up all of that wax, but it takes about 3 minutes. So you will immediately see the colors getting darker and darker inside of your mineral spirits. You can use this over and over. I don't change out the mineral spirits each time I clean the wax. I actually use it over and over. We're gonna let this set, like I said, for about 3 minutes. We're gonna swish it around. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes, and you'll notice that it is lightened up on the bristles if this is a dark wax. It's not gonna be completely gone. You're still gonna see some of the discoloration, but that probably will stay on the brushes, and there's sometimes it's not anything you can do about that. That's why it's a good idea to use the same bristle wax brush for the same colored project each time. So you want to get out as much of the mineral spirits as you can. Just kind of shake it back in the jar. Okay. And then you're gonna get a paper towel or something, and you're gonna blot this off. And I'm gonna do this on the table because I don't have gloves on, and you really should wear gloves for this. The mineral spirits is odorless, but it still has a little bit of odor, so you might want to look for the odorless mineral spirits. I will put a link in here for the products that I'm using so that you can find those. And then you're gonna dab it off on here, and you're gonna see all of this wax starting to come off. So dab off as much as you can. And then you're gonna put it back in there. You're gonna continue to do this. Little by little, that wax is gonna break up and it's gonna come off, and then you're gonna have a clean brush again. But like I said, I like to label mine as colors that I'm using. It's totally up to you. If I'm doing a white wax, especially white wax, because I don't want any dark or anything that could be left over in the brush to get into my waxes. So you can see it's coming out. It looks better and better. So each time you do this, again, shake it off. Get most of it off. Yeah, hold on, let me get a clean paper towel here. I like to do paper towels because you can throw them away. That's just what I do. Okay, most of it out. And then blot it again. You're gonna see less and less wax coming off each time that you do it. Continue doing this until your brush is clean. It may take 2 times, may take 3 times, depends on how much wax you have on your brush. Now, after your brush is clean and you get the majority off, you need to let it dry. Once it's dry, you want to go back with some warm soapy water, wash your brush out, rinse it clean with water, and let it dry before you use it again. You do not want any of the residual mineral spirits left over in your wax, because guess what? The mineral spirits will break up the wax, right? So if you have any on your brush and you go to put wax and you put it on your furniture, it's gonna totally mess it up. So don't make that mistake. Be sure that you let this dry, wash it with warm soapy water, let it dry, and you should be good to go. Once your brush is dry, you need to inspect it. I like to inspect it for like these little wildness little bristles that I want to call those. Those are the wild things. Take a pair of scissors, find any of the little extras that are hanging out, and then just snip them off. And then you have a perfectly smooth wax brush ready for your next job. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I hope this helps you in maintaining your wax brushes so that you can use these over and over and over again. These are not cheap brushes, and if you can get 50 waxes out of a brush, you're doing great. I bet you can probably get more. Thanks for joining. Happy painting.